Y'all take enough gas? You got to take your gas can with you to get back?
Take water.
Good evening. Welcome to the Guthrie Public Schools Board of Education meeting for January 13th, 2025. We have a roll call, please.
Husky.
Here.
Plagg.
Here.
Pearson. Here. Davis. Gerard.
Here.
Smedley. Here. Schroeder.
Here.
Mr. President, we have a quorum.
Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we begin this meeting, let us pause for a moment of silence. Thank you. Agenda item number 6, presentation of employee and student recognition.
Mr. Hancock.
President Schroeder, members of the board, Dr. Simpson, I'm come to you again with some celebration with the weather and so forth. And I'll be honest, I had a personal thing last week. Again, student tried to connect with Mr. Whimsy. Him being busy on Friday and Monday, well, with us being out on Friday and then Monday, we were unable to meet with his student again, so that will be postponed till next month. And then we have 2 that we get to celebrate, both of them from Cotterell. This one was wonderful whenever we presented Miss Maria Cruz Tarqueño with her plaque. I obliterated Spanish language whenever I tried reading it to her in Spanish as well, but we did present it to her. She was wonderful. She was very grateful. She's glad that our people enjoy the job that she does, and that was what she kept returning to is, I'm just glad y'all appreciate what I do for y'all. So,
And what does she do for us?
she is a custodian at Cotterell, and they've high praises. Am I right, Ms. Cobb? Very high.
Tears in her eyes when we presented here.
So it was wonderful. Our certified employee is also from Cotterell, Miss Amanda Gwynn. Miss Gwynn is our new librarian, media specialist. She comes to us from Texas. She was so surprised. She was like, I'm actually winning something. And I had to explain to her, no, you didn't win anything. You earned this. And she was like, I've never won anything before. You didn't win it. You earned it, and we appreciate the job and that you do, and we're glad that you're here. So those are our 2 certified and support staff employees of the month.
Thank you. Thank you. Comments to the board by any citizens registered to speak?
We have none.
Comments to the board by any board members? See any? Item 8, superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Schroeder. January's Board of Education Recognition Month, and at your seat, we've got a little small token of our appreciation from the district, as well as a certificate of appreciation from the OSSBA, and we hope you enjoy the bag. We have an iPad for you to carry. You can carry it in there, or you can just carry it with something else. And if you want to bring it to board meeting, great. If you want to just take it and enjoy it, but wear it with pride with the Blue Jays on it.
Appreciate it.
Charter Oak Elementary received a gift of $1,000 from Spring Creek Assembly in Edmond to pay off student lunch account balances in the month of December. We recently received our midterm adjustment of state aid funding, and we will receive just over $70,000 in additional funds from our initial allocation. You guys remember I always say the initial allocation is simply numbers on a page, but then once they get all of the counts done in the state and then divvy out the money and determine the number of students that we have, That's when we really know our numbers, and that's usually, that has traditionally been in December, but lately it's been more in January, and that's when it was this year. And so while we're down just a few students from last year, the entire state has fewer students enrolled for this school year, and so that's why our numbers went up along with our student weights. I want to remind everyone that the Teacher of the Year celebration will look different this year. Due to the increased popularity of the event, we'll be separating it from the February Board of Education meeting, and it will take place at Meridian Technology Center South Campus on Monday, February 24th. We'll begin at 5:30 p.m. We expect this to be an even more memorable event with the changes, and we want to make sure that the entire community understands that they are invited. We wanted to have a space that we could highlight our teachers that do such a great job, and not couple it with a board meeting, because we feel like that you're trying to get too many things done at once. We want to just focus on the Teacher of the Year. And we, obviously, the board members, we hope that you can join us, and we hope the community can join us as well. We plan to have some light snacks and some drinks. We have the big screens at Meridian for the videos that I know Ms. Walters and Mr. Soloway are out filming now, and really look forward to a fun time and a great way to showcase the community support that we receive for that event. So that's just a reminder, and that's, again, February 24th, Monday, February 24th at 5:30. That's my report.
Thank you, Dr. Simpson. Item 9, Crossland construction update on Cotterill Elementary. Lane?
All right, thank you guys. We are getting close to the end of the initial part of construction of Cotterill. So that's what our original contract was for the first phase. The building is kind of in a punch phase right now, a pre-punch and cleaning phase. We finished up all the main work and cleaning and prepping items, and we have started work on the building expansion, classroom expansion. So we're going to start concrete phase, but the weather is slow down on that. So a little bit of delay on that, but we're still doing really good on the schedule there. And then after we transition the staff and students over to the new building, we're starting the second phase of that project with lighting. And then May at Cotterill, we got our final fire safety inspection passed. So that was a good project. Yes, it's the state fire marshal, kind of through a third-party type deal, but past that. So we're going to go for a building final inspection later this week. So that's very exciting. And then Charter Oak, we have, if you guys remember the first GMP we approved for Charter Oak was just for the rooftop units, and those are the new for the training. So we're working with the coordinator to review those units, and then we are currently bidding out the also contractors for Charter Oak project. So it has GMP for you guys next month.
Lane, one of the things that at least one of the board members has asked about, and I'm curious when we think the clean might be done, because they would like to do a walkthrough, and I need to keep it 3 or less with each walkthrough, but I could take them through just in order to make sure we don't have to declare a full-scale board meeting with agenda. When do we think the cleaning might be done that we can maybe schedule a walkthrough?
So we are going to start the professional final cleaning on the 15th. It should take about a week. By the end of next week, it should be pretty well done, but I can keep you updated.
Okay. I'll try and work with their schedules to see what we can do to allow them to get through there and take a good look at it. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, they're going to be finishing the work.
So we won't, okay. We'll work on that. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 10, presentation of Gear Up Guthrie Partnership Grant.
Thank you for having me this evening. My name is Christy Allison. I'm the Communications Director for Oklahoma Gear Up. I was asked earlier by Ms. Griffin about the entertainment, and I'm actually bring, I think, very positive and good news to Guthrie. We are honored that you all have agreed to be a partner with us for the next 7 years to help students and families, educators, learn more and help them prepare and get ready for college. I think you all have been a K-20 grant participant before, but we are actually the state grant administered by the Oklahoma State Regions for Higher Education. You're one of 13 districts across the state that will receive over the next 7 years $34,700,000. So that will be, it will vary throughout each year depending on the services that we provide. So it was hard to make just one check for you all. But as I said, we have kicked off. We are in the process of hiring an individual that will be at your junior high or high school every day. She will be a Gear Up, paid by Gear Up, hired by Gear Up, but more or less Dr. Simpson, an employee at your school that will be there to help kids walk through the college application process. We will help families and students complete and finish Oklahoma's Promise applications, help them with their FAFSAs, provide funding and actually the coordination for college visits for 7th and 8th graders. All of them will be able to go, and then 11th and 12th grade college visits will be based mainly on intention, so based on what their college major will be. So those will be a little more focused college visits. Also exciting is for 12th grade concurrent students. We know the state pays for the tuition, but we will pay for the fees for all of your students. So I'm happy to do that and offer that. We will have outreach campaigns for parents and families so they can engage in the college learning process, especially those for first gen, because they're new to the process. So we're super excited to be here. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have this evening, and hopefully we'll get, I know that they were interviewing Dr. Simpson and 2 other applicants this week for that position, so hopefully get that person on board. We also have what we call our college coaches, and we have one that will be housed at UCO that will also be coming back and forth to your district. She's not he or she. It will be specific to students that are going to UCO, but once your students do arrive on campus there, for that first year that they're there, she'll be more or less a coach to help them navigate the process, help them find the bursar's office, just all of those things that are challenging for those first year college going students.
One of the things that I was intrigued about, we've one of the things that we have struggled with is trying to get the parental and student involvement and get to that college, that gap there. And I've attributed that in many cases to, as she mentioned, first generation college students and parents that need someone, a go-to person. And we have leaned heavily on our high school counselors, but this is something that will give them an extra assistance to try and fill in some of the gaps. And we look forward to, we talk a lot about, well, why don't we write grants to do this or to do that? I think this is one that we wanted to participate in that can make a huge difference in our students and help them. And we're also mindful of the fact that not every student that we have at Guthrie High School is college bound, and we've got a lot of programs for them as well. But we want to encourage as many as possible to get over the anxiety and provide some comfort to feel like they have support to chase the dreams that they have.
That's right. We'll be here to support through post-secondary also as well. In colleges is always our focus, but we won't not assist those students also want to go to career tech or have other opportunities as part of that. So yes, we're very happy to be here. And I didn't mention that, but sister counselors can help when we can as well. Yeah. We're not here to take over their jobs, but to do that support section.
Really excited about this.
Great. How long has this program been?
So we've, Gear Up started on the federal level in 1999. Oklahoma has actually been the secret grant since then. So this is our 4th grant cycle for the state. And it has always been administered by the state. different partnership grants. We were part of a K-12, but only one state grant for every state that received it in the state, or in the United States.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I think it's great. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing
thank you.
and being a part.
Is there any way I could take a picture after the fact, or could I get one now with presenting the check?
We can get one. I tell you what, we don't have a whole lot on our agenda.
I'm not in any hurry.
No,
Until the end.
Yeah, when we go to executive session, I think we can do that, and then we also need a board member's picture right before we go in too. So, yeah, it shouldn't take long.
We want to make sure we get this out into your parents and families that were here.
Absolutely.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, item 11, consent agenda.
Mr. President, I move we approve the consent agenda.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Item 12A, recommendation, consideration, and action upon proposed school calendar for 2025-2026.
In your packet on page 46, you have the calendar that was recommended from the calendar committee. I know we talked about this in board level committees, and Mr. Hancock was the chair of that committee. If you have questions about that, would recommend approval.
Sounds good, I think. Looks good to me.
I do have a question. I know that the teachers were given a survey about what they perhaps to have input on this. How did that survey work? Did it come back to you? Did it go to their building level? How was that?
It was given to their building level. It transponded back to their. Each building had their committee members, and then the committee members brought it back. And for the most part, on like whenever we were discussing parent-teacher conferences, a lot of it was 50-50 in responses and things like that. And that's where we chose to kind of move some, like one parent-teacher conference is opposite weeks, and then one that's in the same week and things like that. So it was brought to them, and then they brought their findings back to me.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve the proposed school calendar for 2025 and 2026.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Item 12B, recommendation, consideration, and action to approve E-rate technology plan for 2025 through 2028.
This is on pages 47 through 60. Mr. Benson is out sick this evening, so if you do have questions that I cannot answer, we can always table this and push it to the next month. I don't believe there's any penalty for that, but if there are no questions, I would recommend approval.
Mr. President, I make a motion that we approve the E-rate technology plan for 2025 through 2028.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Item 12C, recommendation, consideration, action to approve Category 1 E-rate contract with Cox and OneNet as the service provider for internet and WAN service, and approve Verizon for our bus Wi-Fi on a month-to-month basis for 2025-2026.
This is pages 61 through 99. Dee and I have reviewed this, and there are little, the changes in here are minimal to nothing from what we've had in the past. The bus situation, one of the reasons that we have that on a month-to-month basis is there is a little bit of uncertainty with what E-rate will look like with the new federal administration and what that looks like going forward. And so we are, that's what we have decided to do is stay with a month-to-month on that, but recommend approval there as well.
Mr. President, I make a motion that we approve the Category 1 E-rate contract with Cox and OneNet as a service provider for the internet and WAN service service, and approve Verizon for our best Wi-Fi on a month-to-month basis for 2025-2026.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Huskey.
Yes.
Clegg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Item 13, proposed executive session for the purpose of discussing employment of personnel, FMLA request, resignation, separation from employment, and transfer of position requests, all as set out on the personnel reports, discussion of extra duty assignments as listed for 2024-2025, discussing the purchase or appraisal of real property, disclosure of which information will violate the confidentiality requirements of state and/or federal law, all pursuant to 25 Oklahoma statutes, section 307B, 1, 3, and 7. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Clegg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Okay, let's get it.
All right, item 13B, we will acknowledge the board's return to open session. Item 13C, only items in agenda number 13 were discussed in executive session and no notes were taken. This shall constitute the executive session minutes. Item 14, vote on action as set out on the personnel reports.
Mr. President, I move that we approve the items set out on the personnel report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Item 15, action upon extra duty assignments for 2024-2025.
Mr. President, I make a motion that we approve the extra duty assignments for 2024-2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Item 16, recommendation, consideration, and possible action to approve contract for the purchase of real property.
Mr. President, I have at each board member's seat a contract for the district to purchase a house and the property that sits on it at 2111 West Cleveland. That property is adjacent to our Cotterill property, and we would look for a closing, attempted closing as early as January, the end of January.
Mr. President, I move that we approve the real estate purchase contract for 2111 West Cleveland.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.
Item 17, recommendation, consideration, action to accept any resignations offered since the posting of the agenda.
We have none.
Item 18, discussion and possible action on new business not known about or could not have been reasonably foreseen at the time of the agenda posting.
We have none.
Item 19, adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Roll call, please.
Huskey.
Yes.
Flagg.
Yes.
Pearson.
Yes.
Gerard.
Yes.
Smedley.
Yes.
Schroeder.
Yes.
6 ayes, 0 nays.